Notts County still in the way, of course, heading into Christmas bloody day, but we'll still be there at the end of Boxing Day. We're going to take a look at that and more next. That's right, folks. Bumps on a prediction video today. We look forward to match number 25 in this year's Vanarama National League, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where you been, smash the old subscribe button. Back to all things National League related, Vanarama related, World Cup related. We got it all here, boys. Of course, under one roof. Of course, the World Cup is now finished, but of course, the focus now is on the domestic game, including Deadpool FC and co. Who's going to take advantage this weekend? We're going to take a look at all of it in a second. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons, of course. You know who you are. But anyway, let's get cracking and have a look at what we're talking about then. We're talking about this. Now, these games were the last games we were with you because there was a handful, a selection of games on the 13th of December, something like that, and then there was supposed to be a few on, I don't know, play some catch-up games as well, but those were all snowed off. So these were the last games, and I believe these were on the 10th of December. If I'm all right, I am right. So let's get into it. And again, there's only a selection of them. But anyway, let's get into it, of course. So again, let's clear these down here, and we're going to go through them one by one because it's a bit of a mess, and I don't have the time to clean this up. So Bromley drew with Wealdstone 3-3 in the end. I went with a 1-0 win on that one. Meanwhile, Eastleigh did lose to Wrexham. 2-0 win for Wrexham on that one. I went with a 2-0 win for Wrexham. Not too shabby there. Chesterfield 3-1 win of Dorking. I went with a 3-1 win as well. Not too shabby. Woking did lose to York City though. 2-0 for them. I actually went the other way. 2-1, of course. Maidenhead 7-goal thriller there against Notts County. 4-3 it was in the end for Notts County. 2-0 win for me on that one. Maidstone, of course, lost to Altrincham 3-2. I went the other way. Yeovil drew with Scunthorpe. I also went with a draw, but I went with the 1-1 draw. And then Oldham 3-2 winners of Torquay. I went the other way, of course. But anyway, this is what the table will look like, or it might still look like that right here, right now. With, of course, Notts County 51 points. In fact, that is a little bit off, isn't it? I think they're now on 54 points. That's the real deal. But they are still ahead of Wrexham, 4-point gap at the moment. But as I'm looking at it, Wrexham have a game in hand at the very least. Chesterfield up to 43 points. That's of course correct on this one. Going down, Scunthorpe, Gateshead, Torquay, and Oldham, and that is of course pretty much correct as we see it. What about the prediction league? Then shall we take a bloody about these guys? Ryan Brooks with 6 points there. Well done to you. Alex Weller, Jimmy Watton, Shepherd, Russell Frost, and Shane O'Donnell all picking up 4 as well. The overall leaderboard looks like this though. Of course, it is Shane O'Donnell, 109 points right now, with of course Russell Frost up there with 102, Alex Weller and Jimmy Watton up there in the bronze medal spot. If you want to get involved, Cutting Fortress Non-League, it is free to enter, get in amongst it, and get your name in lights. Now, these are the next games, of course. Now, these next games are taking place on Boxing Day. Of course, we're hoping to get a full fixture list at it, but of course, if not, they'll have to play some catch-up games further down the road. So let's get into it then and take a little look at Altrincham up against Woking coming at you on Boxing Day, all kicking off at 3 p.m. according to my eyes. 27 times. So they played Chester 2003, 70 wins for Aldershot, 6 wins for Woking, 4 draws, of course. Aldershot, though, winning 3 of the last 6. That's 50% form for them right now. Up against the Woking side, 58% form for them, just 1 defeat. Actually, 1 win, though, in the last 4 heading into this. Last time around, over in Aldershot was a 1-1 draw back in on Boxing Day, 2021, of course. Aldershot, though, pick up a 2-0 win over Gateshead. Woking with that 2-0 loss against Yeovil. I do have basic odds on this one. Basic odds go in favour of Woking, who are, of course, flying pretty high up there into 4th right now, with, of course, Aldershot into 18th. I'm going to go with a 1-0 win for the visitors. That is, of course, Woking taking the 3 points as well. Altrincham up against Halifax Town. Coming at you as well. Played each other 21 times in 2005. 5 wins for Altrincham, 9 wins for Halifax. We've got 7 draws, of course. Altrincham, though, just 1 defeat past 6. 67% form for them right now. Halifax Town, no, 1 defeat past 6. 75% form for them heading into this as well. Last time around, though, over in Altrincham, it was a 1-1 draw back in April 2022. We're looking at these games. Actually, Halifax Town unbeaten against Altrincham with the last 6, picking up 4 wins and a couple of draws. Altrincham, though, did beat Maidstone 3-2 before this game. Halifax Town with a 3-1 win over Dorking. And, of course, Halifax Town now up to 10th after their wobbly, horrendous start to the season. Up against Altrincham side, who are up to 14th at the moment. Basic odds go in favour of the hosts here. Altrincham are favoured to win this game. Not me, though. 2-1 for Halifax Town. They're on the push. They're on the climb. They're actually a win away from getting into the playoffs. That is, of course, how tight it is at the moment for those playoffs. Meanwhile, of course, we've got Dagenham and Redbridge up against Maidstone. That's coming at you also. Boxing Day, 10 o'clock o'clock or 3 p.m. kickoff. Pleasure the 8 times 150, 4 wins for Dagenham, 2 wins for Maidstone. We've got 2 draws, of course. Dagenham, though, without a win in 3, 58% form for them right now. Maidstone, without a win in 3 also. Just 1 win in 5 for them, 42% form for them heading into this. Last round, though, over in Dorking, it was not Dorking, in Dagenham, it was a 2-1 win for Maidstone back in August 2018. Maidstone with a 3-2 loss against Dorking. Dagenham also losing to Gillingham in the FA Cup, of course. But the odds for this one, basic odds, go in favour of Dagenham. They are favoured to win this game. Of course, they're flying into 13th at the moment, and a win for Dagenham in 13th. They could actually go as high as the 8th in the table. We're going to go with 2-0 win for the hosts here to take the 3 points and move the chains. Of course, Dorking Wanderers against Eastleigh. Pleasure just the one time in 2022. We'll talk about that shortly. 58% form for Dorking right now. That's 2 wins on the bounce. Against the Eastleigh side, just 1 win of 5. 33% form for them as well. They did play each other earlier in the campaign. It was in the FA Cup qualification round. Of course, 3-1 win it was for Eastleigh. That was in Dorking as well. Dorking, they're picking up a 4-1 win over Yeovil in the FA Trophy. It looks like round 3. It might have even been penalties. Meanwhile, Eastleigh did lose to Wrexham 2-0 just the other day. Of course, the odds right here right now is quite tight on this one, but it does go in favour of Eastleigh. They are favoured to win this game. They're in 9th against Dorking Wanderers 15th. I'm going to go with the draw myself, a point apiece. Cannot separate the two sides. Can you let me know down below? Barnet up against Boreham Wood. Coming at you over in Barnet. Bit of a Greater London affair, this one. Played to the 10 times since 2018. 4 was for Boreham, 1 for Barnet, and 5 draws. Barnet, they're winning 5 of the last 6, 83% form. They are pretty hot to trot right now. Up against Boreham Wood, of course, a bit sloppy right now. 2 wins in the last 6. They're in 8th, up against Barnet's 5th. Of course, last time around, they're over in Barnet. It was a 1-0 win for Barnet back in March 2022. Barnet, though, pick up a 2-0 win over Wealdstone most recently. Boreham Wood with a 2-1 win over Oldham. The odds go in favour actually for Boreham Wood. They are favoured for this game. Barnet, though, not too far off the pace here. But believe it or not, I've gone with Boreham Wood. But realistically, when I look at the form and look where they are in the table, I should really flip them around and go for Barnet, if I'm not completely honest with you. Next, of course, there's the leaders is Notts County up against Oldham. Completely different circumstances, these two sides. But 18 times in the 4 wins to Notts County, 7 for Oldham, 7 draws, of course. Notts County, though, unbeaten in the last 6 games, 4 wins in the last 6, 83% form, because Oldham side, just 1 win in 6 games. Last time around, though, over in Notts County, it was a 0-0 draw back in November 2018. That was in League 2. Oldham, though, 3-2 winners over Torquay. Notts County with a big 2-0 win over Gateshead. Of course, Notts County are favoured, of course, handsomely so. Of course, they are top of the table, and a win for them will extend their lead, of course, at the top of the table. I am actually going to go with a 2-0 win for Notts County, extending the lead for the time being. Next, they've got Scunthorpe against Chesterfield. A bit of a zinger, this one. Played each other 20 times, 2004, 11 wins for Scunthorpe, 2 for Chesterfield, and 7 draws, of course. Scunthorpe, though, 8% form for them right now, and won the last 8. Up against the Chesterfield side, have won 5 of the last 6, 83% form. They are pretty hot to trot as well. Last time around, though, in Scunthorpe was a 3-1 win for Scunthorpe back in April 2017. Guess what? That was in League 1, that's right. Meanwhile, Chesterfield with a big 3-1 win over Dorking. Scunthorpe with a 0-0 draw against Yeovil. The odds on this one, of course, coming at you is going in favour of Chesterfield. They are favoured, of course. Both sides are in action in football trophy games. That's, of course, taking place on Wednesday, the 21st of December. But, of course, which way are we going to go with Chesterfield, aren't we? 2-0 win for them on the day. Closing in on second spot, Wrexham, of course. But next up is Southend. Southend up against Bromley, coming at you over at Hall. Now, these two sides have played each other 2 times in 2021. 1 for Southend, nothing for Bromley, and 1 draw, of course. Southend over that are in 3, 50% form for them right now. 1-2 lost to and draw 2. Up against the Bromley side, who are in 11th. 42% form for them right now. However, just 1 defeat past 5, drawing a lot of games, though. Last time around, of course, over in Roots Hall, was a 2-0 win for Southend back in February 2022. Of course, the hosts took on Altrincham last time around. 2-2 draw it was, way back on the 3rd of December. Up against the Bromley side, who did pick up a 3-3 draw against Wealdstone. The odds right here right now go in favour of Southend. They are favoured to win this game. I've gone with them as well with a 1-0 win, just a sneaky bum win. And, of course, they are in the playoffs right now. They are making a move for top 3 at the moment. Can they do it? We'll see about that. Next, of course, we have Torquay up against Yeovil. Of course, a bit of a derby, this one. Played each other, according to my eyes. Around about, what was it, 13 times 3, 7 wins for Torquay, 5 for Yeovil, 1 draw at the moment. Torquay, though, 1 win in 6, 25% form for them right now. Yeovil, 1 defeat, past 6, 58% form for them. They are on the climb, slowly but surely. Last round, over in Yeovil, it was a 2, actually, it was in Yeovil. Last round, over in Torquay, it was a 3-0 win for Torquay, again, on Boxing Day last season. 3-0 win it was. Torquay, though, 3-2 loss to Oldham most recently. Yeovil with a 4-1 loss to Dorking on penalties in the FA Trophy. The odds are very, very tight. Could go either way on this one. And for me, I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Torquay, believe it or not, denting Yeovil's recent run of events. Wealdstone up against Maidenhead coming at you as well on Boxing Day. Now, these two sides have played each other a bunch of times. When I say a bunch, I mean 14 times since 2014. 4 wins apiece and 6 draws. Wealdstone, though, just 1 defeat the past 6, 67% form for them right now. Maidenhead, 1-2 lost to and drawn to. over the last 6, however, without a win in 3. Last time around, though, between these two sides over in Wealdstone, it was a 0-0 draw. That was back in, of course, April 2022. The home sides only won once of the last 6. That's when Maidenhead beat Wealdstone way back in Maidenhead, of course, in December on Boxing Day 2020. Wealdstone with a 3-3 draw against Bromley. Maidenhead with a 4-3 loss to Notts County most recently. The odds go in favour of Wealdstone, who are, of course, where are they in the table? We're at 12th at the moment, give or take. For me, though, I'm going to go with a win for Wealdstone, of course, extending their points tally here and maybe making a push for the top 7 themselves into the final 3. And we go into Deadpool FC as Wrexham up against Solihull Moors. Played the 14 times, so 12, 7 wins for Wrexham, 4 for Solihull Moors, 3 draws. Of course, Wrexham are in second right now, unbeaten in the last 14 games against Solihull Moors, so just 1 win in 6. They need a bit of a turn in fortune. Last time around, though, in Wales, it was a 1-1 draw back in April 2022. Wrexham, though, 2-0 win over Eastleigh. Solihull Moors with a 2-1 win over Oldham. That is right. Of course, they are favoured, of course, Wrexham, undoubtedly so. Going to go with a win for them, 3-1 win. Solihull Moors are slipping and slowly but surely out of the playoffs. And then wrapping it up a bit, it's York City up against Gateshead over in York, also on Boxing Day. Played 11 times, 2009, 4 wins for York, 5 for Gateshead, 2 draws, of course. York, though, 1 win and 6, 30% form for them right now. Gateshead, 1 win and 6, 25% form for them heading into this. Last round, though, over in, it was in York. It was last season in the National League North. It was a 1-1 draw. York, though, pick up a 2-0 win over Woking. Notts County with a 2-0 win over Gateshead, of course. The odds are here go in favour of York City. They are hosts. They are favoured, of course, by the bookies as well. I am going to go with a win for York City as well. 2-0 win as they make a push up the table and close in on top 8. Wow. Well, that's, of course, my take. And if I'm right, this is what the table will look like at the end of it. It'll be Notts County leading the charge, Wrexham and Chesterfield, as it was. Maidstone, Oldham, and Gateshead with Scunthorpe, of course, in the relegation zone. That's my take. Of course, if you want to get involved, cut the /non-league. I'll see you there, and hopefully I'll see you back around for the next games whenever we come back around. Now, speaking of the next games, I am doing a bit of a lot of work over Christmas break behind the scenes for personal stuff. We are packing up our house and moving. And that's the alarm, because everything is going off by the alarm. So the next games, I will be predicting them probably later this week before these games take place. I will not have the time to go and do the Prediction League updates. So I'm going to record the predictions for the next games, which I believe is the January the 1st. So I will get them recorded around about 24th of December, and I'll have them ready to go for the 27th, 28th or something like that after these games, because I won't have the time when I'm packing and moving and relocating to do these videos. So we're going to have that. You'll see what I mean. But anyway, until then, guys, be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, and of course hit the little bell. Of course, with non-stop shop right the way through to the end of the season.